back or welcome to my channel. My name is Tori and today I'm going to try to do this video in one take because all my original footage corrupted. It wasn't technically corrupt, I was filming at a too high of a setting for my old Mac and it could not handle it. So here's what I'm going to do. Today we're talking about all the makeup products I used up in 2020. In that video, I did talk about my stats, so I kind of gave a makeup inventory, a little bit, not really, more like an empties inventory. So I'm going to do that again. I have all the numbers in front of me, so lazily I was going to put them all on the screen. Now I'm going to be telling you numbers. And I did take screenshots from that video to show you guys because I didn't realize the footage was, bad and everything's already recycled or in the trash. So, wait, I'm just going to try it. I'm just going to start from here. Before we even get into the categories, let's talk about what my empties goal was. Typically, I did do empties videos every month, but then life got hectic and empties videos was one of the first ones to go that I pretty much stopped filming. Don't know if I want to bring them back next year. Let me know what you think down below. Either way, I set a goal last year. My goal was to use up $1,750 worth of product. So every month I had to hit about $145.80 worth in order to hit that goal. And I did that. So I ended up using up $1,832.24 worth of product. So this is nice. This number includes makeup, candles, skincare, a miscellaneous category, which now includes a couple hair products and deodorant since I buy those myself now. And then samples. That the other categories, nail polish and lashes. Let's just jump right in. So the first category, face primers. For face primers, I used up 7 in 2020. In 2019, I used up 4, so my goal was to use up 5, and I successfully did that. The total value worth of that category is $60.86. I know there was a couple minis in there. I'm just happy I got through a lot of them. Next year, I expect this category to be a lot lower, simply because I now have a lot of full-size primers instead of minis from expensive brands. Well, expensiver brands. Next, for foundations, I used up 5 in 2020. In 2019, I also used up 5. My goal for 2020 was to use up 6. That didn't happen. We'll see. Something I'm just going to keep working on. I did use up $100.49 worth. Like that a lot. Maybe I can hit 6 next year, maybe not. For concealers, so for 2020 I used up 8 concealers. Compared to 2019, I used up 5. My goal for 2020 was to use up 6. I successfully did that. I see this number being around 6 to 8 again next year because I have a lot of concealers that are halfway empty. So we'll see. The total value I used up was $126.99. Next, good old-fashioned face powders. For 2020, I used up 6 face powders. In 2019, I used up 4. The goal for 2020 was to use up 5, and I did that. The retail value of this category was $68.97. The next category, I have no empties for, and that was bronzer. I didn't use up any bronzer last year. In 2019, I used up 1 bronzer, and my goal for 2020 was to use up 2, but that didn't happen. So, a category I am working on, I am starting to buy more bronzer, so I do need to use something up next year. The next category is blush. For 2020, I only used up 1 blush. In 2019, I used up 2, so my goal for 2020 was to use up 3. Yeah, I only used up Tarte Exposed. That's all this year, the LA Colors blush was taking too long. Then even the blush in my one face palette was just taking too long. So only $29 worth of value for that category. Next is highlighters. So for 2020, I used up 4 highlighters. Most of them were decluttered. I do count decluttered as empties. And sorry, in 2019, I used up 3. So my goal for 2020 was to use up 4. So I did that. And the value was $68. The next category is brows. I used up 1 brow item. In 2019, I also used up 1 item. My goal was to use up 2, but I learned my NYX Control Freaks takes forever to use up, so the value for this category was only $6. For eye primer, I did not use up any this year. My goal was to use up one this year, but I didn't, and in 2019 I also used up one. I have one that is about halfway empty, but it's not done yet. Next two categories are my sad categories for me personally. That's exaggerating. I wish I did better in these categories. For cream eyeshadow, for 2020 I only used up 3. In 2019 I used up 5. My goal was to use up 6, and I didn't do that. So I need to get back in gear with creams, but the value for that category was $40.68. And then single eyeshadows. For 2020, I only used up 7. In 2019, I used up 25 single shadows. My goal was to use 26. So, something I have to work on again, and I'm hopefully will this year. So the retail price for that category is $26.98. The next category is palettes. So, I got rid of 4 palettes. One was empty and the rest were kind of partially used up and declutters. In 2019 I used up 2 palettes. My goal was to use up 2 palettes, and I technically hit that. The retail value for this category is $82. Next is eyeliner. So this is the normal like pencil or the roll up eyeliners. In 2020 I used up 2. In 2019 I used up 3. My goal for 2020 was to use up 4. The category I want to start working on more, especially now that I keep buying more. The retail price for this category was $6.48. For the liquid liners, I used up 5 in 2020. In 2019 I used up 3. So my goal for 2020 was to use up 4. So I did that, which makes me very happy. The retail price for this category is $58. Next, good old mascara. For 2020, during 2020, I used up 5 mascaras. In 2019, I used up 8, and my goal for 2020 was 8. Now, the reason I think this category is lower is because, I guess I keep an eye on mascaras once they hit the 3-month mark, but I also wait till they're like pretty much dried out. And a lot of mine, especially I noticed e.l.f. and like the cheap brands, they don't go bad as quickly. I'm still holding on to an e.l.f. mascara that, you know, is getting close to 6 months, but it's not irritating my eyes. I'm not having any issues, so I'm just going to keep using it. But the retail price for that category was $60.99. Next, good old-fashioned lip balm. So in 2020, I used up 4. In 2019, I used up 1. The goal was to use up 2, so I did that. And the retail value for this category was $13.09. Very nice. Next, lip liners. This was a pretty much brand new category. I used up 5. I used up pretty much all the lip liners I had till I got a new one for Christmas. The retail value for 2020 was $42.50. I did receive a lip liner in 2019, and I did use that one up. Yeah, I try to get lip liners out as quick as possible because I don't really like having them in my life. Next, lip gloss, another new category for 2020. In 2020, I used up 2 lip glosses at a retail value of $10.98. And in 2019, I didn't use any up because I didn't have any. Next is bullet lipsticks. I used up 7 in 2020, so that was $97.99 worth of lipstick. In 2019, I used up 10, so my goal was to use up 12. Didn't quite hit the mark. It's because of the masks. That's why the lip numbers are, you know, changed, and I'm okay with that. Because liquid lipsticks, I used up 13. I still did somehow good with liquid lipsticks. I think because I can wear them and not have to worry with the mask. So I used up 13. The value of them is $200.50. In 2019, however, I did use up 22. So my goal for 2020 was 23. But I think that's fine. We can let that one slide. It's golden. Oh, we still got setting sprays. that counts as makeup. So setting sprays in 2020, I used up 9 for a retail value of $118.09. In 2019, I used up 5. So for 2020, I wanted to use up 5. And I did that. I don't know what the numbers are going to be for that category for 2021. I finally have some Urban Decay all-nighter sprays. You know, those are pretty big. But I did go through one of them not semi-quickly. Less than 3 months, I would say. So I don't know. We'll see. But probably wearing masks for another like 6 months. At least another 6 months. So I'll probably be using it more. So we'll see. And now my toners and sprays category. So that's facial sprays that aren't technically makeup setting sprays, and then my toners. So for 2020, I used up 9. In 2019, I used up 4. So my goal for 2020 was to use up 4. The toner category, oh, I forgot to say the price for setting sprays. Setting sprays price was $118.09, and toners is $91.92. I found some pretty cheap, inexpensive holy grails that I've been working with. I do want to try some new ones, but right now I'm comfortable with what I have, so nice. Next is the face mask category. So for sheet mask, clay mask, I try not to buy sheet mask, but sometimes they come into my life. For those, I used up 29 in 2020 at a retail value of $71.98. Very nice. In 2019, I used up 19 masks. My goal was to hit 20 in 2020, and I did that. I don't know why that category went up. I honestly don't know why that category went up. I wouldn't have expected that category to go up, but, you know, maybe that just means I'm trying to help my face out a little bit more. Probably because I'm wearing the mask and on the maskne. Is that what people call it? The mask acne? Anyway. My cleansers and remover category. So this category was a different category in 2019. But for 2020, I used up 10, retail value of $65.05. So for cleansers, I mean like the Bioderma and typical face and brush cleansers are counted in that category. However, in 2019, I had a wipes and remover category as my rabbit flips her food over, and I also had a cleanser category. I technically, in 2019, if I can join them together, I technically used up 13. My goal was to use up 3. I beat the 3. I'm very happy about that. Next, the lotions category. So in 2020, I used up 5 lotions for a retail value of $40.16. Very nice. We like to see it. However, in 2019, I did use up 7. So I was hoping to use up 8 in 2020. Hopefully this category goes back up. I still keep getting gifted lotion. I have not bought myself a lotion since God knows when. They just keep coming back in my life. So I'm just going to keep using them up. Oh, face moisturizers technically do count for lotions, I think. That's a lie. I've been buying myself the e.l.f. moisturizer because I do really like that. But like body lotions are all gifts. Next is my candles category. In 2020, I used up 5 candles. Retail value of $27.50. In 2019, I used up 3. So my goal was to use up 3 for 2020. I hit that. The price of this category, like the value wise, has gone down because I don't buy Bath and Body Works candles pretty much anymore. I have a lot of small business candles currently in my collection that I'm going through. So next, the perfume category. For 2020, I used up 4 perfumes at the retail value of $36.49. Love to see it. I think I got out mostly minis, and one was a declutter because it went off. And then plus it was coconut, and I'm already not a big fan of coconut, so when that scent went off, no. In 2019, I used up 4 perfumes. I wanted to use up 5. The 5th one could have happened. I have a perfume that's so close, but because I'm focusing on different perfume right now, it's just not getting attention. Next, we'll get the miscellaneous category out of the way. So this year, I used 15 miscellaneous items, and the retail value of them are $92.56. In 2019, I only used up 4. The miscellaneous category kind of continually changes because, like, next year, since I now pay for my hair care stuff, hair care might as well be its own category. It doesn't need to go in miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is kind of just to see, like, is this going to be its own category? It doesn't need a category. And plus, stuff like the Mario drying lotion, where do I put that? Like, where would that go? So it just goes in miscellaneous. Also, because I don't want to deal with it. Next is nail polish. I did have a nail polish category. I lied. I was going to lie to you and say I didn't have one last year. That's a lie. I did. This year, we got rid of 50 nail polishes. I think a couple of them were empty. A lot of them definitely were just old and got decluttered. The retail value of that category is $106.51. Compared to 2019, where I decluttered 12. So my goal was to use up 2 for 2020. Hopefully in this category gets smaller with actual using up of stuff. 50 is a lot of nail polish to declutter. That made that trash bag so big. So big. It was so heavy. That's what I meant, not big. And then the last category is a new category for this year. False lashes. So I used up 2 pairs of false lashes this year. The retail value of that is $16.99. So I started buying lashes this year. I don't wear them that often, but you know, when the band gets yucky, when it starts to look gross, it's an empty. I just realized I forgot the sample category. So I now count samples as $1. I think last year I counted them as like $5. Yeah, I counted them as $5 last year. It was just as motivation to get them out. Obviously, a lot of samples aren't worth $5, but I just did it to, I think I did it for half the year, and then I switched to $1 after I got out a good amount. I think that's what I did in 2019. So, did I say I used up 11, so the retail value was 11? I can't even remember. So in 2019, I ended up using up 35. My goal was to use up 15, only used up 11. I really try to not get samples. Like, the few times I've shopped at Sephora this year, I won't pick a sample. If I really know I'm not going to use it, I don't bother. Because I just don't want it sitting in my collection. I do have a couple samples currently sitting in my collection just because I want to get out some Project Pan stuff before I use the samples. So, we definitely will see some samples next year. But overall, for Empties, I'm very proud of what I did. I did increase my number goal for next year, like my retail value goal. I think, what is in my hair? Sorry. I have the attention span of a fly today. I'm happy that I could get mostly through this video without talking too much because I haven't filmed in like a week. And I've kept having workers at the house to redo the bathroom. So I've just had to be like quiet all day, and I am the type to like low-key talk to myself. So it's been a lot. My goal for next year is to use up $2,000 worth of makeup. I don't know what this accent is, I'm sorry. So yeah, let me know if you want to see Empties videos monthly. I definitely can work them in, and I think I should work them in, because I kind of have like no videos scheduled for like the 20s. You know how like in days of the week, you know how on dates we have like, you know, the 20s and then the 30s and then, you know, I don't know. But you know what I mean, when it comes to the end of the month, like obviously I don't have that much, so I can always post this. She looks so grumpy. I love when she looks grumpy. She's the only cat we ever have that like actually looks angry all the time. So I will definitely bring them back again. Are you mad at me? Oh, you got boogers. Booger baby. See, I got allergies, and I'm probably gonna have to go on cat medication for allergies. She's purring. So I'm sorry if you hear that. That means I gotta end this video quickly or she's gonna get mad at me. But, yeah, overall, not too shabby. Kind of happy my video corrupted because I wasn't happy with that video anyway. The items weren't in order. It just wasn't the best. This is still gonna be long, and I'm sorry for that. I hope you grabbed something to keep you occupied, or you listen to me on 2x speed. I listen to pretty much everyone on 2x speed just because I have the attention span of a fly. I think I low-key have undiagnosed ADHD, but we're not going to talk about that today. So, yeah, I just hope you have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will shut this light off so the baby can go back to sleep. Why do you look like you're in Thriller? But yeah, I hope you have an amazing day or night. Peace out.